They were only there for one day. In mid-January, Bernard Makanga's farm was invaded by desert locusts. They ate everything, from grains to leaves and even an entire field of watermelons. But that's not all.
These beans, normally by this time, they're ready for harvest. But the locusts have destroyed them all. The flowers, even the leaves.
The locusts eat everything in their way. In a day, a 1 square kilometer swarm of locusts can eat as much food as 35,000 people. At this time of year, Makanga's granaries are usually filled to the brim. But now, they're practically empty.
What I've harvested is very little. I expected to get sacks of green grams, 15 sacks of maize, and I didn't get any beans at all. They've all been destroyed.
His neighbor is equally devastated. Without the harvest, he doesn't know what to do.
There's nothing left to harvest. There's nothing else that I know how to do. It's just this farm. That's where I get food, where I feed my family and friends, everyone. Because that's what I do. I'm a farmer.
This is the worst locust infestation that Kenya has seen in 70 years. Farmers in this region have lost nearly all of their crops. Some of them have started planting again, but they don't know what they will do if the locusts return. To step up the fight against the locusts, Kenya has started training its voluntary National Youth Service. While aerial spraying of pesticides is already being used to fight the adult locusts, these youths are being trained as ground sprayers against younger locusts which can't fly yet. The government believes it still might be able to stop the spread of the infestation, but this may be its last chance.
If the control operation is not thorough in terms of the control in Kenya now, then we may have even breeding grounds in the country, and which may become sources of infestations in the future.
For farmers like Bernard Makanga, the government effort has come too late. He doesn't know how he'll make up for his lost crops. He only hopes that his next harvest will survive.
Mr. Burchin, tell me, what is the current situation like?
Well, we are very concerned with the situation. This has all started actually in the Arabian Peninsula, and now we have locusts that have moved from Yemen into Eastern Africa. And on 7 December, there was a massive cyclone that brought a huge quantity of water on Ethiopia and northeastern Somalia that have created ideal conditions for the locusts to breed. As a result of that, we have had massive infestation of locusts in Somalia, Ethiopia, as well as swarms, massive swarms. One was 60 by 40 kilometers that have come into Kenya. Now, as of last week, we had also infestation in Uganda and Tanzania. So it's quite big.
So a difficult situation. What needs to happen next, and what could the European Union do to help?
What needs to happen next is that we have a very short window of opportunity. We are in between two planting seasons. We need to control the locust population now. Before the planting season starts in March, April. This is the main planting season. We have a very fruitful dialogue with the European Union, the European Commission, as we speak, both ECHO and DEFCO, and they are supporting our efforts to basically first make resource available, but also to basically contribute to dialogue and bring more partners around the table so that we have more coordinated approach.
So financial commitments, but also coordination help. How well would you say are African states at the moment prepared for a crisis if those animals breed?
First of all, financial commitment is critical. We have an appeal out for $76 million. So far, we have received about $30 million if we consider 10 million euro that has been announced today by the European Commission. Beside that, it's true that we need dialogue, but we have already FAO, as part of the mandate of FAO, we are facilitating dialogue among the countries. We had a very successful ministerial meeting in the margin of the EU summit 10 days ago in Addis, and we have also technical dialogue ongoing with all the institutions under IGAD.
Mr. Burchin, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.